Her name was Chiamaka, born in the quiet streets of Enugu, where dreams are fragile and life teaches early. Chiamaka grew up believing life was kind, believing love never lies, and believing that when you give your heart to people, they protect it. But life had another plan. She was the first child, the light of her parents' eyes. Her father worked in a printing shop, and her mother was a tailor who sewed people's hopes into their fabrics. They were not wealthy, but they were happy. Happiness, after all, does not belong to the rich alone. But when Chiamaka turned 19, everything changed. Her father died suddenly, a sickness that came like a thief in the night, stealing his breath and her childhood in one blow. Then her mother collapsed under the weight of grief, leaving Chiamaka with a sick younger brother, Emeka, who needed daily medication to survive. Life, it seemed, was determined to break her. Neighbors who once smiled began to shut doors. Friends who once laughed with her crossed the road to avoid her. Only one person stayed close, her childhood friend Kelechi. A boy she trusted, a boy who promised, "I will never let you suffer." And for a moment, she believed she had one person she could lean on. But betrayal wears the warmest face. Chiamaka struggled, taking menial jobs, skipping meals just so Emeka could eat, wearing the same clothes until the color faded. But she worked. She prayed. She didn't complain. She kept telling herself, "God sees me. God remembers me." Then one day, Kelechi came to her with hope in his voice. "Chiamaka, I know a woman who wants a house help. She pays well. You'll earn enough for Emeka's medicine." Chiamaka looked at him, gratitude watering her eyes. "Thank you. God bless you." With blind trust, she followed him. But the house he took her to was not a job. It was a trap. A woman she had never met looked her up and down with cold eyes, whispered something to Kelechi, and handed him an envelope. Chiamaka's heart froze. "Why did she pay you? What is this?" Kelechi couldn't look at her. "I'm sorry, Amaka. I needed money. Her world spun. He had sold her. Not into a house job, but into servitude, where people were used and discarded. Fear swallowed her breath. Trust shattered like broken glass. She could have given up. She could have collapsed in bitterness, in anger, in hate. But faith sometimes grows in the darkest rooms. That night, alone and terrified, Chiamaka knelt and prayed through tears. "Lord, I have nothing, but I still have you." She remembered her mother's words. When humans fail you, heaven takes over. And heaven heard. The next morning, an older woman in that house, the cook, noticed Chiamaka's red swollen eyes. She asked her story, and when Chiamaka spoke, the woman cried too. "You are not meant for this life," she whispered. "Stay strong." 2 days later, that same woman secretly helped her escape, giving her transport money and a loaf of bread. Chiamaka didn't just run away. She ran toward a second chance. She returned to Enugu determined to rebuild. She took a cleaning job in a church, sweeping floors and washing benches, singing hymns to drown her sorrow. People mocked her. From a brilliant girl to a church cleaner? To Fiakwa. She smiled. Let them laugh. God is not done. And he wasn't. One morning, as she cleaned the church, a woman walked in crying. Chiamaka approached her gently, offering tissues and comfort. She prayed with her, held her hand like someone once held hers. The woman left, but she returned the next week with a smile and said, "You comforted me when I needed it most. I want to help you too." Unknown to Chiamaka, she was a businesswoman, the CEO of a catering company. She offered Chiamaka a job, sponsored Emeka's medication, and later paid for her to go back to school. Years passed. Suffering shaped her. Faith lifted her. Grace crowned her. Chiamaka graduated with honors. She started a charity for vulnerable girls, rescuing those who were once where she had been. And Kelechi? One day he came to her office, broken, jobless, abandoned by the same world he betrayed to please. He fell to his knees. "Amaka, please forgive me." She looked at him, not with anger but with peace. "I forgave you the day life forgave me." He wept. She walked away, not proudly but gracefully. Because sometimes strength is not shouting. Sometimes strength is letting go. And so Chiamaka found joy, not in wealth, not in applause, but in purpose, in gratitude. And in the God who never forgot her, she lost everything. Yet she gained far more than she ever dreamed. Because where pain ends, destiny begins. And joy always returns to the heart that refuses to die.